Welcome students. In the previous class, we discussed about industry, covered two topics of this chapter by me, first introduction and second classification of industries. I am repeating once again about their topics. Have you ever given a thought to the fact that a notebook you use for writing has come to you after a long process of manufacturing? It started out its life as part of a tree, which was then cut down and transported to the pulp mill, where the wood of the tree was processed and converted into wood pulp. The wood pulp was mixed with chemicals and finally changed into a paper by the machine. Secondary activities or manufacturing change raw materials into product of more value to people. For example, see how pulp was changed into the paper and the paper into a notebook. These represent the two stages of the manufacturing process. Meanwhile, industry refers to economic activities that is concerned with the production of goods, extraction of minerals or the provision of services. Thus, we have iron and steel industry, the coal mining industry and tourism industries. Students can review the chapter throughout with the help of these videos. Classification of industries, we were already discussed. Uh, Industries are classified on the basis of raw material, size and ownership. Today we are discussing on next topic, factors affecting location of industries. So let us start. Many important geographical factors involved in the location of individual industries are of relative significance. For example, availability of raw material, land, water, labor, power, capital, transport and market facilities. But besides such purely geographical factors influencing industrial location, there are factors of historical, human, political and economic nature which are now tending to surpass the force of geographical advantage. The factors influencing the location of industry can be divided into two broad categories, geographical factors and non-geographical factors. Geographical factors are like raw material. The significance of raw materials in manufacturing industry is so fundamental that is need no emphasizing. Indeed, the location of industrial enterprises is sometimes determined simply by location of the raw material. Modern industry is so complex that a wide range of raw materials is necessary for its growth. Further, we should bear in mind that the finished product of one industry may well be the raw material of another. For example, pig iron produced by smelting industries serves as the raw material for steel making industry. Industries which use heavy and bulky raw materials in their primary stage in large quantities are usually located near the supply of the raw material. It is true in the case of raw materials which lose weight in the process of manufacture or which cannot bear high transport cost or cannot be transported over long distance because of their uh, pressable nature. This has been recognized since 1909 when Alfred Weber published his theory of location of industry. Next, power. Regular supply of power is a request for the location of industries. Coal, minerals, oil and hydroelectricity are three important convention sources of power Most of the industries tend to concentrate at the source of power. The iron and steel industry, which mainly depends on large quantities of cooking coal as a source of power, are frequently tied to coal field. Other like the electro, I am repeating again, regular supply of power is a prerequisite for the location of industries. Coal, mineral oil and hydroelectricity are the three important conventional source of power. Most of the industries tend to concentrate at the source of power. The iron and steel industries, which mainly depends on large quantity of coking coal as source of power, are frequently tied to coal fields. Other like the electro and electrochemical industries, which are great users of cheap hydroelectricity power. Next factor, labor. No one can deny that the prior existence of a labor force is attractive to industry unless there are strong reason to the contrary. Labor supply is important in two respects. One, workers in large number are often required. Second, people with skill or technical experience are needed. Next factor, transport. Transport by land or water is necessary for the assembly of raw materials and for the marketing of the finished product. The development of railways in India connecting the port town with hinterland determined the location of many industries around Kolkata, Mumbai and Chennai. Next factor, market. The entire process of manufacturing is useless until the finished goods reach the market. Next, water. Water is another important requirement for industries. Many industries are established near rivers, canals and lakes. Because of this reason, iron and steel industries, textile industries and chemical industries require large quantities of water for their proper functioning. Another factors like climate play an important role in the establishment of industries at a place. Site Site requirement for industry development are of considerable significance. Site generally should be flat and well served by adequate transport facilities. Large area are required to build factories. Now there is tendency to set up industries in the rural areas because the cost of land has shot up in urban centers. Non-geographical factors like capital. Modern industries are capital intensive, they require huge investment. Capitalists are available in urban centers, big cities like Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi and Mumbai and Madras. Government policies. Government activities in the planning the future distribution of industries for reducing regional disparities, elimination of pollution of air and water and for avoiding their heavy clustering. Banking facility. Establishment of industries involve daily exchange of crores of rupees, which is possible through banking facilities only. Insurance. There is a constant fear of damage to machine and men in industries for which insurance facilities are badly needed. Next remaining topics will be discussed in next classes. Thank you and have a nice day.